Good evening, viewers. Welcome to another edition of the Sport Rep Show. My name is Limba Mupetami, joined in studio by my co-host Jesse Jackson Kauraisa. Jesse, please take us through the weekend results.
Oh yes, it has been quite an interesting weekend with plenty of great results. One cannot take away what the athletes have been doing, and all the footballers have been doing quite amazing, entertaining. We go to the cricket-friendly match between Namibia and Ireland. Namibia is busy preparing for the World Cup, but actually lost by 49 runs. The National Nedbank Cycle Championship individual time trial was taken by Dricus Coetzee, quite a stunning cyclist he is. And then we go to some Super Rugby match there between the Crusaders and the Highlanders, where you see that the Crusaders actually managed to beat the Highlanders 33-13. That was also quite a remarkable result down there. And if we go here at the English Premier League, well, the league that many actually enjoys and watch every single weekend. You can see that Tottenham Hotspurs lost to Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. Southampton beating Aston Villa 2-0 there. Southampton's form is actually remarkable this season after a shaky start of the season. One of the important matches of the weekend was between Leicester City and Manchester City. Well, Leicester City could not put salt further into the wounds of Man City that have been slapped with a Champions League ban. It was a game of redemption for City. The noisy neighbors of Manchester United, they actually managed to come away with a 1-0 victory. Back to you, Limba.
Thank you so much, Jesse. Well, very exciting results from the weekend. Coming back to the talking points for today's show, the Namibia Football Association held their elective congress on Saturday and voted Ranga Haikali as the new president of NFA. Ranga hopes that the suspended Namibia Premier League will now comply with directives coming from the association. Jesse, do you think that the NPL will actually really comply with the directives?
Well, it is quite a tricky question, but actually we do understand that Ranga Haikali has been elected. 20 members voted for him, with only 2 voting against him. It was actually indeed an interesting elections with a man who was fighting for the position against JJD. We know JJD, the man from the Rongo region. Well, it was not for him to win that on that day, but actually it was a great congress. Many would say it was free and fair. Even JJD himself actually said it was a free and fair elections. But within the compliance, I think we are in for a long road here, Limba, because actually the Namibia Premier League maintains and could be heading to CAS, and that's quite worrying because obviously they were suspended. The Congress voted against them on the day, so it's quite a difficult time for them and obviously for the players, because we don't know when the Premier League is going to start. But well, JJD, as a man, he lost and took the defeat with honor, and this is what he had to say after the Congress.
The process was conducted in a good spirit. From normalization, observers were there, from FIFA, Sport Commission, that delegates were upbeat because everybody wanted change, and we must always respect the views of the people in a democratic country like Namibia. And the delegates, they make their choice of candidate, which happens to be Mr. Ranga Haikali. He has been now elected, as we all know, the president of Namibia. And I congratulate him.
Well, that was JJD, Johnny Johnson Doisep.
Well, great indeed, great indeed. It's very positive to see opponents even in defeat, supporting the winners. On a more positive and more on a lighter note, the Namibia Students Financial Assistance Fund as well as the Namibia Sports Commission signed a memorandum of understanding which will enable athletes, officials and employees in the sporting industry to be assisted with study loans over the 3 academic years. Jesse, how do you think these benefits Namibian athletes?
This was quite an interesting, and actually one should actually laud and give praise to these 2 institutions for coming up with such a great initiative. NASFAF and the Namibia Sports Commission actually this will benefit actually the athletes, because we know that we have a problem in Namibia where we have footballers, former footballers, retiring after having earned big money, actually ending up on the streets with nothing to eat. And I think as well as in sport administrative structures, we also have these people that are appointed in positions without the knowledge, the proper knowledge. And I think with this student opportunity, or with these loan opportunities, this sport administrators will actually be able to specialize in fields that are related to what they do in their day-to-day offices, and this will actually help improve or bridge the gap that we have seen between the level of understanding within sports administrators and what they are to do.
On the cycling front, 37-year-old Dan Craven once again proved his class with a convincing win in yesterday's Nedbank National Cycling Challenge. This is what Dan Craven had to say together with Vieira Adrian.
17, I lost. 18, I lost. 19, I lost. And so it just, and in those years, there's a reason I'm not a pro cyclist anymore. I was or on a pro team, I was struggling with injuries, and I've worked so hard to find the root of that. And even though I'm obviously not on a pro team anymore, to be able to kind of get back the form I used to have. The last time I was strong like this was 2015, and it's man, it feels good. It just feels, all of that hard work, leaving my pregnant wife March last year to go and qualify in Namibia for the Tokyo Olympics, and then leaving my wife and 7-month-old baby now to come and do these selection races. It's a lot of, I gave up a lot, and I was always supported by amazing people like my family, and as you can see, I've been wearing Nedbank jerseys since 2012. That's a really long time. I've been supported by Nedbank longer than I've known my wife. That says a lot. And then just also the Namibian cycling scene, it's not what it used to be. It's just mushrooming and growing, and with the support of amazing organizers, the WPP, the NCF, and just look at all of this branding here. We've got such a nice community going, and the race today, riding away from everyone with Tristan. Tristan or Alex Miller are going to go to the Olympics for mountain biking, but looking at how they rode today, Tristan was so strong.
Moving over, this is what Vieira Adrian, the winner of the women's category, had to say.
Cycling champs, how did it go, and how do you feel about that?
I'm happy I won. It's always great to wear the jersey, especially overseas. The race was, not a lot of ladies at the start line. I think my big dream for the future is to have 20, 40 girls on the start line. That would be amazing, but I think till then I might be 80 or something, but I hope I can still witness that.
Great, and now Vera, you've qualified for the Olympics again, your second Olympics, so how's that?
That's great. It's a big motivation. It's good training and racing and everything. I think the first Olympics are always a huge challenge mentally, and you're totally overwhelmed. I hope that I get it right better this time. I've already trained, good training already. It was quite cold in Europe until now, but it was still going well.
Quite a remarkable lady down there. Back to you, Limba.
In local boxing news, we have Nathaniel Kakololo, who will face South Africa's Lerato Dlamini for the World Boxing Council silver featherweight title on 18 March. This is a clip of Kakololo in the gym training.
5 a.m. Happy birthday to you, Kakololo. 5 a.m. Happy birthday to you. Let's go. A newly baby born. A nearly baby born. Yes, yeah. Yes, I say. Aye.
Well, quite a remarkable boxer there, showing us some skills. He is ready for South Africa. We spoke to him recently, and he told us that he was going to actually take control of the fight. He's going to put actually the boxer on a remote control. That's what he said. So it's quite an exciting fight up there, lined up from our Namibian boxer. What do you think, Limba?
Well, he seems to be doing very well in the gym. I hope he's fit to take on his opponent come 18 March. In the international scene, boxing scene, on Sunday morning, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, beat Deontay Wilder on the way to a stunning 7th round stoppage in the World Boxing Council title match. What do you think about that one, Jesse?
Well, this has been a fight that many have been waiting for a very long time. Although many still wanted Wilder to fight Joshua, but it seems that is going to be difficult right now because the Gypsy has actually made it. It was actually indeed a wonderful fight, a brilliant fight. Most of people woke up for this fight. It was anticipated all over the world, and it did not turn out as many expected, with Tyson Fury actually coming out and showing the world that he still has what it takes to actually defeat and beat one of the best in the world, if not the best at that time. So, and we understand that Fury actually is looking forward to claim everything back that he has lost, and I'm sure that he would actually also gun for Anthony Joshua. But we actually saw a footage from ESPN where Fury was actually on fire, and this is what ESPN had to show for us.
Touch him up. All right.
The long lineal line, the WBC belt that has included Ali, the greatest of all time. They are set and ready to answer who's the greatest of right now. Wilder, Fury 2, here we go. He puts it down! Fury scores the knockdown in round number 3!
And then you see Tyson Fury throwing the left hook before right hand, and the right hand goes right on the top of the head. Deontay saying, what happened?
Well, that's the shot that Tyson Fury's been trying to land this whole fight.
His physical stature, it belies his skill and his
nimbleness.
Let me tell you. Knockdown is scored. A body shot to Wilder.
And he's looking for the spot. Hits him to the body. And Fury looks like if he lands a good punch, Deontay will go down. He definitely doesn't look.
What was he just doing with his tongue right there? He said, I want to taste blood. Fury did it.
None of his corner mates are telling him to keep his hands up, which is important.
And another head-snapping jab from Tyson Fury. We always talk about how Deontay Wilder has the ultimate eraser, but you have to be able to execute on it.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout.
That was it from Tyson Fury. We'll take a commercial break and we will be back shortly after this.
Welcome back. Now Jesse will take you through weekend fixtures for the week that you can look forward to.
Yes, it's indeed not a week lack of entertainment. We know that it's Liverpool are so close to winning the Premier League, and here tonight they will play West Ham United. That game is at 10 o'clock, and that's at Anfield. Nobody goes to Anfield and doesn't suffer the wrath and drama that the Premier League always has to offer. On Wednesday, it will be a cricket 50-over match in Centurion between Namibia and Ireland. That will be actually in preparations for South Africa, for the World Cup indeed. There's also a cycling tour, the United Arab Emirates, that will be taking place actually on Wednesday, and that starts at 12 o'clock. Champions League football, Manchester City will battle it out with Real Madrid away from home. Manchester City, we remember they have been banned from the Champions League, so it's important that they actually win this competition, as it could be their last for the next 2 years or 2 seasons indeed. Well, it's also going to be another Champions League encounter night between French league team Lyon and Juventus. Well, Juve have been riding on a wave of success in the Italian league, Serie A, and obviously with their talisman Cristiano Ronaldo, he actually scored 11th consecutive goal in his 1000th match. What a player he has been for the game of football. Limba, I think that's it from me, from the must watch and everything. So back to you.
Thank you so much, Jesse. Thank you so much for having joined me in studio, and thank you so much to you guys, to the viewers. Catch all the articles that we highlighted today in the Namibian Sun, the Republican, as well as the AZ. And from me, and until next week Monday, it's goodbye.